completely reliant on Haichao and Juhan getting an engage, finding the team fights themselves. If the Weaver's Wall positioning isn't good, if there's no seismic shove. Sometimes it's cleansed depending on the matchup, but it's been mostly ghost on these two champions specifically. Let's chunk out in mid.
This is a big problem for Tangyuan. Did he flash away from those minion autos? Is he able to live? Look on the other side. Moham's up a little too far as Hung is ready to make the first move. Flash for flash, and Moham will fall at his first blood to Hung.
I think he's really on the wave.
Yep, it was the melee minion doing OMG's work as Salsa has to flash away as Harry is going to pick up a solo bolo. He will die to the turret, but drop that equalizer down.
Looks like Tangyuan will have... I don't think he's going to hit 6 off this dragon. So, take a look. Wait. He didn't. Okay.
Still level 5, sadly. That's obviously a very good pickup for Haichao. Hung looking to show up to the top side. We'll see Harry put those boots to good use as he'll try to mitigate as much damage as possible. Equalizer goes down, but the all-out is there as well. And I'm not sure he's going to be able to find a way out of this one. Not going to be able to even find a trade kill back. It's Sasa picking up that kill.
First to the punch twice now. Juhan uses dash into the pit. They're going.
And they decided they're going to go for it. There's that Realm Warp coming in, and Juhan's forced to flash away, but a teleport on the backside. It's Rel's teleport out of the Summoner Spellbook. It'll force Juhan away. That does mean that Grub's going to go over to LGD. Well, during this time, Haichao, a wise HP, and that's when OMG decided that they could not fight around this objective. So that is a big loss for them. That early investment on that first dragon not paying off, and you know, again, we just talked about how they
haven't fallen behind outside of the jungle role, and Moham.
Oh, the bad news is they just go all in on Moham to take him out. The Realm Warp is there too. Juhan's got to put him in the Cataclysm, but he is stuck. He flag and drags his way out, but he's on the wrong side of the map. It's Xiaoya picking up that kill, and there is nothing Haichao can do. You were saying
the champ reset at a bad time. They cannot walk in. And even if they were here, so hard to get in.
I think they're going to try. Dragging down to about 2,000 HP. There's that Weaver's Wall coming in. Juhan flag and drag, but pulled back in by the Rel. They are able to land the kill over to YCX. And what's going to happen for the rest of this fight? It's that Cataclysm as Xiaoya is in trouble, but look at the backside. It's everybody else on OMG as Xiaoya wins his 1v1 against the OMG jungler.
Really nice play
for OMG, and you know, throughout the season so far, they have not displayed in the regular season that they are able to execute well enough on this Talia, whether it's a high
instead. Hung got 2 ganks off before Juhan was really able to do anything.
Drag and drag.
Here we go.
YCX here, and he's not able to get over the wall. The flash is there, but Starry will be able to snipe him with the Arc of Rural Vision there.
Missed the flag?
Yeah, that's tough, especially because this is right before the dragon. You would love to, you know, force Xiaoya's flash out or even try to take him out. Now you're not going to have that opportunity. 15 seconds till this dragon is up, Jay Beto. You did just point out a couple moments ago, YCX is flashless, so that does give OMG some possibility to operate in this fight. There's not going to be any surprise engagements from the Rel, but for right now, they're struggling trying to get into this river as it is littered by members of LGD.
And again, you've got flag for Vision, but the dragon's already been started up. It's basically already dead. Maybe Equalizer can try to steal.
They're just keeping them out. I mean, that Chains of Corruption is great. Haichao off to the side. He's forced to flash away. We'll see if OMG actually wants this fight. Juhan is just walking up right now. Just kind of mean mugging at LGD, and once again, there's a situation where LGD lock all windows and doors and keep OMG away from these objectives.
OMG currently keeping LGD away from this wave, but they will be able to wiggle their way back in. And as OMG here, I mean, you go top side, maybe there's a pretend Baron threat.
They have the guts to try something against LGD. Juhan had flag and drag over the wall. There's that Weaver's Wall, cuts off Sasa, but unable to get much off of it. It just positions Haichao with the rest of the team, which is what we wanted. Equalizer's pretty solid, but LGD will be able to just walk to the side, and Harry loses a lot of HP for this. Hung lying in wait. He's going to blast cone in. We're on the side. YCX couldn't get that engaged.
Okay.
Hung forcing off Juhan and Haichao over Tangyuan. is over no man's land right now, forced away as this dragon is reset and OMG won't back in, but Moham is low on mana. There's that Cataclysm. Juhan's in a lot of trouble. Sauce is disrupting the backline. Harry is low. The shields are not enough as Starry, Moham, and Haichao have to run. Health bars chip down a little bit. Good Zonius from Tang Yuan. He's gonna get that shield up, and Starry goes all in and he goes down. LGD win the fight fairly easily, and they will take the Chemtech Soul.
They just can't get in.
And it's a struggle to finish the game on the first Baron, which would present the opportunity for Elder Dragon as YCX once again getting caught a little too far ahead. So OMG will be able to pick up their first kill in quite some time.
OMG cannot close the gap onto any of the members. LGD have the full agency of the engage. They dictate when the fight starts, where it starts, which ability it starts with. For OMG, they really need to LGD play this macro game where they're not really looking to break the base open. They will do it if OMG give them an opportunity. But what they're doing, nice change of corruption there. Will chunk Juhan down to half. Just be able to get this tower, but what LGD is doing can't get in. If this was an Alistar, you could push YCX away. Could be a bounty tower here from Haichao as OMG open up the mid lane, trying to force LGD out of the dragon pit, but
here we go. There's that Cataclysm.
Here we go.
Equalizer's on top of it. Xiaoya is able to get out. Haichao versus Xiaoya on the backside. Haichao's got to get this one done, and he does. Starry finds a kill as well. There's a GA popped. This is the opportunity for OMG. Hung is knocked up, and OMG picked 3 members of LGD, and they're headed to the Elder Dragon.
What's the answer here from LGD? They have no jungler, but they do have a lot of damage, and they still have this Chemtech Soul.
Time to clutch up for Tang Yuan and Sasa. There's a lot of HP on that dragon, so you're going to have plenty of opportunity. Tang Yuan just trying to get in there, but that magic damage shield's not going to help you against Starry and Juhan. Teleport coming in for your top laner. Harry rejoining with that big shield, looking to force away the members of LGD, the Realm Warp to get them out, and that is the Elder Dragon. OMG showing life late in this game.
It's a huge pickup, but they only have 2.5 minutes of being strong. They've evened up the gold lead, Yanni, back to 2,000 gold. Haichao, an amazing performance. Finally, OMG link up with this Cataclysm and the Equalizer. Haichao wins the 1v1. Back in live, hold on.
Hold on, yeah, there are things happening, and somebody's getting blasted away by the Dragon's Breath, and it's an LGD member. Sasa getting rained down auto attacks all out on the Starry. Starry still standing tall and blasts Sasa away next. Oh my god, indeed, J Beto.
On the table, Yanni. Baron's on the table. They've still got Elder for a minute and a half. We jump back into live. Sasa and YCX are trying to find a fight onto Harry, who has the Zonyas now to finish a Rabadon's in base. The Elder will wear off by the time that any other fight should happen, but Baron now, the gold is dead even. It's actually a 1.5k lead for OMG. A huge pullback, Tang Yuan.
The threaded volleys are there. He'll blast them away. Haichao getting shield flashes out of turret range. It was a very short flash, but it was just enough. Nice play there by the mid laner of OMG. And OMG are feeling it right now. Up 3,000 gold, J Beto. Starry hit 100% crit and said it's game time.
I'm telling you, this Yunara champion does a lot of damage when it's able to hit against Varus. Finally, wicked from Haichao. Solo killing Xiaoya.
YCX have the same engage. They can't get over to Starry, and now the turnaround is there.
Haichao.
Lots of trouble. Haichao on this backside, though. He's not able to kill Xiaoya. Meanwhile, Sasa can't even trade the GA, so this is huge for OMG. It's a 4v2. It's Hung and Xiaoya, the only ones trying to stand tall. Hung lying in wait for the perfect opportunity to use this Cyclone. They're going to pop the GA of Juhan. This is the opportunity. Hung goes in, finds Starry on the knockup. Starry's in big trouble. He'll go down first. Xiaoya looking for more poke. Harry can't get away, and Tang Yuan shows up right on top of him. Over on the backside, Hung gives his life, but saves the game for LGD.
God, I just took a deep breath, and I think every player in this game did
too. Find a key target before OMG are able to execute the way that they want to. Haichao looking to loop around. The teams are inverted. LGD on the wrong side of the map right now.
Whoa.
Sorry.
High
Chow looking for an
What's
opportunity.
He going for?
He's going to go after Xiaoya, forces his flash. That is huge. There will be an
That is
opportunity
huge.
for Juhan to hop on top of him.
We were talking all game about how do you get the flashes out of LGD. Will show.
There's that Weaver's Wall. We're going to immediately look for Tangyuan. He's gone golden, and Starry is able to free hit without much of a problem. Over on the backside, Xiaoya takes care of Juhan. There's the big knockup coming through, and all of a sudden things aren't looking so hot for OMG. Hung cleans him up. Harry, Starry, Moham, Sasa, Hung, and Xiaoya, but Xiaoya is on a blinking health bar. It's a 3v3 for the moment.
LGD, he could do it.
Well, there's the first turret going down.
Stop the base,
if
stop the base.
Cassante, which they do, there's that
he's
TP.
Going, he's going.
Here he goes. Harry looking to end the game. That TP is not going to help you. The turret goes down. Nexus exposed. Equalizer down. YCX is there. Harry's overheated. He's got shields, but he's getting pulled away from the Nexus. He's got to get these auto attacks down, but they don't actually have the damage to kill this guy.
No!
The damage. No, they stop him. They stop him at the finish line, Jay Beto. But it is going to be Elder. The second Elder to OMG. 07 or OMG, LGD. Nobody on the side of them are going to head over. We're just going to see recalls come out. Baron secured.
Late game combo of Baron and Elder. Elder still on for another 40 seconds here. Can they end?
Well, it looks like OMG are going to try. They might feel that this is their best opportunity. Chains of Corruption lands. Starry is going to get cleansed out, but again, more poke onto Juhan. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Haichao looking to put this pressure on. They're not able to actually siege onto these other turrets, so there's only one way in. Flash Cataclysm. Xiaoya's in trouble. There's that GA Equalizer on top of it, and he goes down. Nexus exposed. Starry is feeling good, feeling fine, and OMG take their first
33 games, now 34, with a big 70% win rate. Again, it did just lose. You know what else has a 70% win rate with a couple of games? Let me check this Nocturne, especially not late game. You might be able to find him if he's overextended. Mid lane is in Azir, but this bot lane, another hook found.
Again walking up. Xiaoya flashing forward. It's first blood for YCX as they're playing this lane. The first paranoia of the game quite yet. He has garnered a solid lead for himself and has done everything he can to make sure that this Kiana has a minimal early game impact, but now the supreme display of talent.
Well, OMG will lane swap. LGD get the Drake and will match the lane swap. I was expecting maybe OMG. Oh, Juhan gonna deny access.
Stand aside is there. There's the hook going down. Xiaoya still alive. Juhan dies. LGD's bot lane turns it around on him. Paranoia on top of it. And OMG bit off far more than they could chew. And the grubs will go to LGD.
Xiaoya plays something would be nice because of just how strong the Draven is. Has the BF sword now too. But Juhan calls this dive past the tier 1 tower and it goes completely awry.
Next flash hook not quite landing, but that's all right. LGD feeling pretty good about themselves. Less than 10 minutes into this game, almost a 3,000 gold lead. Take a look at this replay, Jay Beto. Juhan immediately getting disrupted.
The dash, nasty, and then the ult hits no one. Ult from YCX is great. Cash out from Xiaoya, and then jungle answer here from Hung to get the extra kill here. 3-0 now for LGD. We tune back into live. OMG
trying. While he's down about 300 gold, has not been disrupted at all this game. We know that Kaisa is liable to pop off at any time. Juhan gonna get knocked up over the wall. There's that Nocturne ultimate coming through that paranoia, and the whirling death on top of Tangyuan gets the kill, and Xiaoya stuck in a 2v1. The shutdown goes to Starry.
That's good, but hasn't really closed the...
Dealing damage to a lot of champions on the OMG side that are not known to be very tanky, Jay Beto.
Yeah, not
up on Juhan
tank.
right now, by the way.
That's playable.
He's gonna kill him. He's going to kill Juhan here. Juhan is dead.
Wow. Yeah, you see the player cams. Juhan not happy about that one. Has flash as well. Too long. But LGD will get the second dragon of this game. Again for free.
YCX getting rooted. It's gonna hook the wall. And don't know what's gonna happen after that. We had a lot of things go on. Juhan died. somehow, one way or another, I have to say, Jay Beto, I'm not overly surprised by that. He has had a very difficult game.
Yeah, looks like we committed with the ult from Tangyuan, Unleash Power, and then clipped by the Draven are not pretty to look at. They have losing lanes, they are getting caught, losing summoner spells, and being punished for their over-aggression in multiple plays. -1.
There's the paranoia. Flash over the wall for Moham Tangyuan. Scout of the week, nails both him and the clone. Pop Blossom for protection. Ain't gonna be enough as Hung picks up kill number 3.
Great find from the stun from Tangyuan to finish that kill off. Pop Blossom were able to do that, Yanni, in game number 1, but it took them a long time to do so throughout all their early game. Again, this one, there is no Kiana, sorry, there is no Talia. This one will crash and destroy the turret.
Yep, turret goes down. Harry is going to use his ultimate to try to link up and give OMG a man advantage in this fight. YCX a good buffer on the hook, but he doesn't go very far. There's just not that much follow-up that they have to get onto him. He'll flash away, scatter the weak onto Harry, and now he gets hooked in as the rest of LGD are looking to trade good damage back onto him. OMG still have a member advantage right now. They are pinging onto this dragon.
Sasa up in top lane does have the TP, but OMG finally around a dragon that isn't an Elder Dragon first. TP comes in here for both top laners.
Here we go. He just goes in alone, and Juhan goes down. Dragon for LGD, and look who's on the backside. It's Sasa. Potentially ready to go. He'll instead think better of it and head back to the bot lane. A Flame Horizon in the jungle? That would be incredible. We're going to go all the way in here, force the ultimate out of Starry. Probably execution missed it as well. That's all right. They can't all be winners.
Okay, but they got ult, flash, and barrier from this Kai'Sa. That's a huge win in my books. What happens when a single ult comes back up in mid?
Well, Harry trying to drift around here, and that stand aside. Xiaoya does damage to the sky. Harry's got to flash away. Teleport on the back end. Haichao could find himself in trouble. Whirling Death going to come down for good damage. Moham getting in there, only able to knock up one. And look at the side. It's Tangyuan. It's Sasa. It's everyone on OMG hitting the floor. LGD are running this game.
And this Syndra pickup does so much work into the comp of OMG. They're outranged by it. They can't engage when Tangyuan's finding angles constantly. And Yanni, LGD looking to make game 1 a distant memory with an even stronger setup. They have Baron before Soul. They'll have over 10,000 gold in their pocket.
A little bit more effort on the side of LGD right now. Their jungler would not have to be bot lane. But there is a chance that they could have contended potentially for fastest game of the split. We're going to eclipse that mark in about 1 minute and 20 seconds, so I don't know if that one is in the cards, Jay Beto. But what is in the cards is in 1 minute and 20 seconds, we're going to have a Mountain Soul come through, and that should seal the fate for good in this game.
The good news as well for LGD is that they'll have Baron like when the Soul spawns, so they'll have Prior the whole time. Last time when Elder was spawning and they had Baron, it had wore off. So OMG could wiggle their way back into Soul this game. That's significantly stronger than the Chemtech Soul was. Tangyuan, so much damage.
Hey, and there's that Flame Horizon, by the way, but here's a fight breaking out. Juhan is once again dead. Knockup is going to land along with Scout of the Week onto Starry. They're doing whatever they can to just make it impossible for this guy to play. LGD with a man advantage.
And they'll keep pushing in as well. The Azir turret will do nothing, and against the Syndra, feels like this champion is finding a lot more value specifically into the Azir and the Kiana, just in general in the meta. You can see its value in this game. Soul has spawned, and I don't think OMG need vision to know that the dragon will be taken. And like you said, it is a jungle Flame Horizon.
When's the last time that happened?
Which is insane. Someone's going to have to get that stat because we don't see Flame Horizons a whole lot in pro play. A jungle Flame Horizon.
Maybe, you know, tier 2 in professional play, some sort of game where this may have happened, but this is an all-time performance by Hung. It really is. Impressive stuff. There's a Whirling Death that gets them all very low. YCX and Xiaoye say, we'll just do it our damn selves. Moham desperately trying to run away.
That was ulted 1 second.
Draven is not fast enough to catch up.
Oh, okay. YCX had TP as his spellbook spell. If anything else was there, heal would have gotten Xiaoye in range. Exhaust would have slowed down Moham, but ult was 1 second away when Moham went into his clone, so didn't want to 50-50 that. Keeps the ult in tow. Onivia is around the corner. I don't know if anyone on OMG know he's here. Well, they will now. Nice Scout of the Week will find a double stun in a double Flame Horizon. Has there been a 200 CS lead?
Oh my god, we might get there if this game extends any longer. But to be honest, if it extends longer, that might not be good for LGD. Here we go, all the way in. Pop Blossom there. Down goes Juhan for an 8th time. Moham will fall. It's a double kill for Xiaoye. And over on the backside, the Unleashed Power will cap it off for Tang Yuan. Harry, the last man standing, he says, I will just do what I can to try to clear out this wave, but it's just a matter of who gets the kill. He flashes forward, drop his ultimate down, says, I will not be another statistic. I will not be a casualty in the books of LGD as the game-ending push, J Beto, is on its way.
It's 10 seconds on Juhan, on Moham as well. No Baron Wave, but with this monstrous 15k lead, Yanni, I don't think OMG can do anything.
Turrets are down. LGD just hitting the frontliner and not even going after anyone else. And mercifully, this game is over.
Onto the Ashe and onto the Seraphine here. If you're able to do that, find a pick with Vi with the cease and desist alongside Ari.
Foiled.
Hung has been trying this lane gank pretty frequently throughout this matchup.
There's the ult. But he stays, and he hit him on the flash forward. Starry can't get close, and it's first blood for Hung. And now they're going to look for Moham next. The slow is there, but Hung is going to be ready to charge up that Q. He's just got to land it. He misses. Xiaoye flashes, but Moham is able to pick up the kill to make it a 2-for-1 when the dust settles.
Moham's still going, but unfortunately won't be able to get any more. Juhan seems more concerned on every champion with Hung bides his time to level 6. His 80 carries flashes burnt, and Juhan just does nothing.
Now OMG want to do something here. Charm gonna land. Moham shows up. And the 3 members of LGD will scatter to the winds after picking up 1 grub. Harry and Sasa will go at it for a little bit, but it just looks like Sasa is putting in work against Harry up here. Perhaps the new hotness into Zahen. We'll have to see.
Well, you know, I would like to check when we haven't seen top a whole lot, but when we do go back, I would like to see what ability he's maxing as Juhan.
The Aries are going at it with charms and spirit rushes. Juhan going to be the first one targeted, but it's Haichao getting the first kill. Juhan will finally die, but Haichao looking for more. Hung will fall next as OMG are winning the jungle fight. There's the Grim Deliverance, the root onto Sasa, the encore on top of it. Means that Moham picks up his second.
The roam from Harry and Haichao as well, who has really been the player who in this series has been the only one to find angles, real angles. Haichao can take cease and desist. Enchanted Crystal Arrow is up. You know, the Crescent Guard is back up as well, and shortly this Seraphine ult will be back up as well. Only 10 seconds on that, so OMG already have the first Drake. They have a little bit of a gold lead here. Hung again going for this lane gank with YCX setting up for it with a potential portal. I think Hung may be spotted on the wave here.
Looks like that is the case. Just a small check-in on the top lane right before this dragon is up. Remember that Haichao was unable to steal the Spirit Rush, so he's going to have to look to be useful elsewhere if LGD want to start this fight. Hung sweeping around here. Trying to turn the corner, sees that this dragon is being done, 2,000 HP. Doesn't look like LGD are very interested in trying to take this fight. Enchanted Crystal Arrow lands flush, but a good ultimate for the buffer, the bullet time. Haichao's gonna try to get out of there. There's that Temper Fate, and the Hung is gonna come out and immediately die. Down he goes, Teleport coming in for the Zahen to join. YCX getting chased down and slowed up by Starry, and Moham drops the beat on his head.
OMG. are finding their first dominant.
Here we go.
Does he know?
Okay.
It looks like he knows.
I don't think he knows.
He's kind of aware.
I just don't think so. I think he's just playing it safe. Yeah, now this is a problem. Everybody's going to go in on Haichao. This was a really well thought out play by...
Now Hung ran up to the top lane, TP in from Tongyuan to fight around this Herald.
No cease and desist. It's Juhan getting hit up there, doing a little bit of damage, but Starry and Moham trying to keep the rest of the team out. Hong goes all the way in. There's that Grim Deliverance landing. There's the bullet time with the Tempered Fate. The combo, actually a non-bow, and there's an encore landing on the multiple members as Haichao is looking to run over everybody else. It's a triple kill. OMG, LGD, it feels like all they're able to do is try to fight their way out of this. Xiaoya not with the team just yet. We're going to see Hong go after Haichao. Drops the ultimate down. The full combo from Ari and Vi is enough to take him out. Dragon goes the way of OMG.
That's worth.
And we have a pause. Haichao shaking his head.
Yep. We aren't sure what the issue was. There might have been, you know, like, I don't know, a spilled drink maybe. There might have been a reported bug, which the referees had concluded pretty quickly that there wasn't one. But normally when there's a bug reported, it does go for a while. They have to review and really make sure. So a quick issue, a quick solution, but for OMG, 2.5.
Still a commanding lead for OMG, 2,500 gold. They have 3 dragons right now. Again, we did see LGD lose game 1 with Chemtech. They have a bar ultimate getting used here. And LGD with the bullet time over the top. Moham with that ultimate, not going to be enough to stop the onslaught of LGD. And in the blink of an eye, they found it.
Again, this is exactly what happened in game 1.
Starry's got to be careful.
When Moham is caught,
yeah, they weren't able to get that wave
caught, and Juhan just sacrifices himself for the play. Jumps in, trying to crescent guard, I guess, and maybe block the bullet time or cancel it even, but I think he got charmed, so he was just standing there tanking.
LGD for the moment.
The good news here, though, is that they have great vision contest with Ashe, so they can always find where people are. Nice route.
Now they're going to look for Sasa next.
So the poke is huge here, Yanni.
Yeah. Down to about half HP, going in with the encore, hits 2 key members. It's trouble. Tongyuan's dead. Haichao on the back line. He finds Xiaoya. The Tempered Fate don't matter. It's another big play from the OMG mid laner. Give him another triple. Give him an ace for OMG. Give him a Baron. Give him maybe their first win of the year.
One fight win as Harry will have to give this tower. OMG are overforcing the bot side, so they're giving up an objective bounty in mid. They will lose a tier 2 on the other side, but that's even the goal lit up 1,000 gold before this has fallen. It'll go back to nearly where it was, but LGD finding some answers here. Now OMG will link up in the mid lane to get some push going, but they've only got a minute and a half left of this Baron.
I really like that trade out of LGD. You're likely to lose that bot tier 2 anyway, and even the mid tier 1. So just getting something to try to lessen the impact of the Baron power play is very valuable. Remember, Baron does not give as much gold to every member.
I'm assuming he does have the W max. That would make sense on this tank Udyr, but OMG with the Baron will continue to push in, and Haichao, you see the pings in mid. Haichao wants to push in. We have these team fighting ults, Yanni, the Encore, the Enchanted Crystal Arrow, ready to go. OMG continue to find more.
Haichao in and out in a 1v4 here. This could be trouble. It does get the Tempered Fate out. That is massive. LGD, they're going to have to take a fight 5v4 here before Haichao is able to link up. He does have that back. He does have that TP, as you pointed out. So it looks like for the moment, OMG will continue to siege as normal. Haichao's going to TP to the mid lane here and look to keep the pressure up. This Baron power play is now over. Immediately, Haichao says, I want to walk forward on these guys.
OMG keep poking and prodding at this base. Remember, they still have all their ult tools.
Encore catches 2 members. Xiaoya with the cleanse. Hung's still alive. Bullet time just to kind of drive them away for now. Juhan down to half HP, but multiple low health members on the side of LGD as Sasa and Xiaoya look to just hold down the fort. OMG gonna knock down this mid inhibitor turret while Sasa and Harry continue to go at it. Harry does have that passive health bar. It is looking to run out, so LGD weather the storm for now.
The Baron
jungle, near the dragon, near the Baron. this is where it's going to have its biggest impact.
OMG don't have a ton of catch without fully committing.
Well, they're going to look for
They try
Salsa
on the
here. And
Salsa.
Crystal arrow onto Xaoya. Xaoya is slow, desperately trying to get away, flashed away, but he gets caught by the Encore anyway. He can't stand and fight. There's the bullet time, but look who's on top of Materi, and it's time for the hero,
Haichao,
to call game on the rest of these members. It is another triple kill for the OMG mid laner. 19 kills to 7. We doubted them, but OMG say, hey, we can win games in Group Nirvana. They get it done against LGD.
Woo! He's smurfing on him right now. The fountain dive for the split quadra. And OMG will walk away.
Comes through, so you get the big burst. But like you mentioned, right? If there's so many ways to ruin this. There's the dashes of this Azir and Yunara. There's also the really good point you made about Crescent Guard. Like side Junhao doesn't really have much of a look. ZDZ is in a pretty safe spot. But he is going to start moving up towards that way. ZDZ gets very low. Gets the dreaded return.
Jungle is coming, Xin Zhao is almost here, but Junhao, it would take him so long. He probably has to invest his flash if he wants to be a part of this play. Maybe, oh, they know Xiaohao's here. Uh-oh.
Xiaohao is spotted, but now he knows he's been spotted, so the only person who isn't known is Junhao, who's used the lane to walk all the way up, get the flag and drag onto ZDZ. I think he dies. No reason to burn the flash here. Really creative on to leave. Does
That's
give
the scuttle, though.
Yeah, first track towards that scuttle.
Oh!
Let's see if let's test your theories here. See if he gets maybe over to level 6.
Wait a
Junhao
minute,
does have
Junhao!
level 6.
Yeah.
You get off the wave. Now he uses the Cataclysm onto Perukia. Ryan's coming over. Xiaohao, though, has the Crescent Guard off the Scuttle Crab. Knocks Feather away from him. Gets exhausted. Angels try to desperately come over here as Ryan is out of mana. Perukia is down first. Xiaohao re-engages. Feather going to go down. Leave dropping many autos, but it's the Shuriman Shuffle that doesn't do enough. It still gets Ryan that double kill as he chases Leave down.
Undertalk, they're first on the river. Haru, this is impossible for EDG, especially, I'm looking at Angel's position. He's nowhere able to get into this fight.
Okay.
What are we doing?
Probably go after Ryan. He has to flash away as Perukia is going to catch him out. Leave gets the angle. Arc of Ruin should pick up the kill. Dragon secured for Thundertalk. Feather has the Unbreakable Will pop, but he's getting broken one way or another. Let's just see how many autos it takes from Leave to finally secure this kill. It's Xiaohao that will get it instead. Thundertalk have to pay a pretty high toll for that first dragon that they really shouldn't have had to.
Oh my God, look, how broken is this? She has 1,000,000 shields, and she has the Eclipse, so
she's gonna die, right? Oh, misses the public execution. It doesn't even matter. I mean, that's disgusting damage out of Keshi. Stacking on their side as well. Got a Hex Tech Drake coming in about a minute. I feel like that's where most plays will come unless Perukia makes the play. Magnet Storm, crash down. Ryan definitely trying to run away. The Arc of Ruin slow is there, but Feather does a great job peeling Perukia off his AD carry, and they survive the all-in.
Super MVP for strong. I don't think EDG can fight.
I mean, they.
He's TPing first.
He's TPing first. Feather. Oh, the Shockwave whiffs. They try to use the Alistar to deliver it. They at least get themselves a dragon. So that's a win for Thundertalk. Junhao goes in, but there's the Emperor's Divide. Keshi flies in the back with public execution. Angel, does he have enough protection? The shields are gross from Keshi, and he's eating up a ton of trade damage. But he has to flash away from these.
Perukia
going to re-engage with Crescent Guard. Perukia on the back end of the fight gets a huge crash down Magnet Storm that allows Leave to step up and throw down the Gatling gun. Auto after auto, ruining this TT play. Gets another slow. Perukia throws Hero back into his team, but sacrifices himself as Ryan does find a trade back. But TT showed why we were worried about their comp into EDG's peel right there.
Thundertalk, just take the small wins, guys. Like, we just teleport. Why not? I have the HP to play for it, but this is way too far. We know that on the other side, that Perukia's behind him. Come back to life?
No, he's getting caught by Xiaohao and Angel. Don't know how that play started, but definitely seeing Thundertalk showing signs of a team looking to clean things up like side lane allocation.
That's a big portion of the lead. For him, though, it's not bad for the 1v1 because the Hen is still down 1,500 gold, but EDG are getting turret plates, and it's going over to the Azir. We talked a lot about how Angel is an amazing team fighter. He's going to be on Azir with an X, but are we not going to be contesting for this dragon? Like, we need to be moving now. Perukia's going to come back out of the map as Thundertalk look for the mid-turret.
Doesn't have enough damage from Shelly herself to get the mid-tier 1 down. Do they feel comfortable stepping up? They're looking for the dive. There's the Shockwave delivered from a Cataclysm. Cataclysm. Leave didn't have a shot in hell to even move or click out of that combo before his screen goes gray. And Perukia, his sidekick, is going to have to pay the price as well.
We lost our mid turret and we lose the dragon. Now Soul Point here at 20 minutes in this game. ThunderTalk are in a fantastic spot to close this. Be able to see them because EDG have had a few games here in Group Perseverance so far in 2026 that have been a little shaky. It's why they've been starting off the season 0-2.
Look at Keshi just shrug off an entire CDZ combo and turn it right on its head. They're going to wait out re-engaging until his passive gets lower. That dash gets him out of the public execution range. So that's the only real blunder, but it's not getting any easier to deal with Keshi one-on-one if you're EDG.
Keshi, if he lands that, in fairness to EDG, you didn't get the kill, but you did just get 2 teleports out from ThunderTalk. So pushing on the top side of the map is really important. Maybe finding Keshi is the way you get back into this game. Any picks right now turn into a Baron. You have an Azir with 2 items. This could be something you look to turn on and just wait for Leaf to join the fight. A minute and a half before this Soul. ThunderTalk, I don't think we need to look for anything right now.
EDG are going to respect that snap combo. They can throw on anyone. Feather's going to go in. There's public execution. They're going to burn everything on his EDZ. Grim Deliverance doesn't even come out. Perukia, crash flag down. Magnet Storm comes across. There's the Crest Guard from Xiaohao as he gets on top of Ryan. And look at Angel fly all the way after the 80 carry, but he turns it on his head with a bullet time that smashes him down before he gets straight out. Xiaohao's going to fall to try and find that trade as the fight splits out onto 2 fronts, and we go an even 3-for-3.
But well, what else can ThunderTalk actually push you? Haru's going to find Perukia.
All right, good little stun. Haru's going to flash away. Nearly has no damage and snipes away Perukia as he runs out of the jungle to make a heavyweight bout at this Cloud Drake. And it's EDG to start things up. TT need to be aware of this Perukia flank, though. He's coming across and he has a marked Ryan. But where's the follow-up? Perukia goes all by himself. He's trying to stall for the dragon, and he sacrifices himself for that. Xiaohao grabs it. Shockwave, public execution, throws all TT to the background. Good flash from Leaf, though, to get away from Shoothouse Cataclysm. That is a frame-perfect flash to get EDG's 80 carry, and now Angel gets to fly in with a huge Emperor's Defy. Ryan turns back with a bullet time, then it's gonna fall flat. There are the Edward Gaming carries, standing up tall, acing home ThunderTalk.
Angel was the key piece of this fight. He had been
What a turn. You could hear the sort of sounds, the worries that so many EG fans had showing up in this game 1. Leave Yunara and Azanya's 3-item Angel. So it's even harder now to get the best value out of bullet time for ThunderTalk.
If ThunderTalk lose this game, it's going to be the most tragic review because they had such a good early start into this game. I thought their team fights were sound. I think setup was good. Angel!
Oh my god, Angel parts the base of ThunderTalk open, but he goes to the station. That Crescent Guard from Xiaohao is going to buy enough time for Angel to fall before Ryan can take him out. Keshi now gets to fly in. Feather gets cut down, and it's down to the EDG bottom lane, but Perukia is going to go down next. Leave, you're going to have a highlight play 1 versus 3, or ThunderTalk are going to turn this game on its head, wiping everybody but CDZ off the map.
Angel looks for what is the hero play, and that kind of biffs it in some portions. I will not lie, the trade is not bad. You still get the mid-tier 3 turret, and there's no longer a flash on Haru. So
with his revive, Junhao's got a GA to himself, so these fights are naturally going to extend a lot more no matter what, and that plays a lot better into the hands of Angel, plays a lot better in the hands of Lee. Can TT cut down the angle as Angel gets caught? Shockwave Cataclysm, he's going to go in Zanya's, but he doesn't flash out of the bullet time. Angel goes down first.
Keshi!
He's going to grab Leave, and he immediately tries to flash out, but he goes down. Keshi with the clutch plays on his patented Mbessa again. CDZ goes into the GA, but he's immediately knocked up, skybound, and it's all down to the top laner for EDG. The Grim Deliverance, the revive, it's all just prolonging the inevitability of ThunderTalk wiping a late game team fight, and they're going to look to march down mid lane to shock the very team that swept them a day ago.
Oh my god, wait a minute. So OMG win their first game and their first series, the series before this, and now ThunderTalk will do the same here in Group Perseverance. They're going to win their first game up against a team in Edward Gaming they just played last night.
The death timers, they're a little close. Perukia
they're going to go for
desperately waiting. Angel's up in 3. Leave a mere seconds behind him. Can they hold? Have ThunderTalk overextended? Angel's here. Here comes Leave. Perukia to re-engage. The turret's still pretty healthy. Junhao with the shockwave on the Leave. Gets the Cataclysm down, but he goes into the
wait a minute.
Leave is going to stay alive until Keshi flies into the background trying to find the trade kill. Turret's going to go down. Angel still stands tall.
That's
Somehow gets cut down through the Cataclysm. And there's a huge public execution that is just enough to put the bow on top. Thunder Talk win game 1. Revenge on their mind over at Wargaming.
Look, EDG 2-0'd them last night. Are we going to see a advantage here in this game? He is unkillable here.
Yeah, and certainly tank shreds, right? Especially the way you can build Gwen now with the possibilities.
It's Fey Lights here in top side. Junhao is starting this. I don't like this, but I think that the buttons that TT have pre-ultimates are just significantly better than their opponents. And EDG just say, look, we're not going to look for anything. So all that hubbubaloo
go. Nope. Stands his ground. And I don't think you're vault breakering back forward. All right, so I think that's a pretty big win for EDG, taking a lot of the steam, the gas out of Keshi's side lane Gwen Exodia.
They just recognize they don't have a lot of damage. Like Vi Talia isn't the most versus a Wukong and an Akali. Going down half HP after you just teleported, not the best, however. Perukia.
Oh my god, Perukia does the fake out, and TT's bottom lane falls for it with ease. Oh my gosh.
That's cooked when it comes to movements of the clone.
That was nice. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Thunder Talk, especially Ryan. I mean, you knew he tried that.
Different rebuild. We're gonna have some older guys. We're gonna look to really try to farm most of Group Nirvana and maybe take a couple of best of 5s off of Group Ascend teams. But so far, hasn't been good.
Down. Good flash and clone usage. Get away from the tidal wave. Haru does have the Weaver's Wall, doesn't need it. Gets the nice little seismic shove flash combo, and Perukia's caught. Leave, very audacious look for this trade. Flashes over 1Q, but I don't really, are we buying time? Yeah, he's buying time for Angel. All right, Leave. Shouldn't have doubted you, because he sent enough flags up for the cavalry to go right where to come down in. Gets the Void Seeker to make sure Angel finds that kill. Leave, nice positioning.
Beautiful play there from Leave. It starts off with the support getting caught, and it transitioned into a 2-kill lead here for EDG, and maybe even a third. Haru has no flash. He used it to kill Perukia, and now that's the turret as well. 2,500 gold here for EDG, and almost like 2/3 of that is now on to this 80 carry. He's going to have his support.
Basically a full combo for Keshi. Does ZDZ lose this with, I don't even think he loses this with Junhao. All right, cancels the Vault Breaker. He's going to flash out. That is an audacious cease and desist, Mr. Junhao. Decimating Smash. Luckily doesn't catch him under the turret. But that's not a good sign for Thunder Talk. Oh my god.
We're going for the turret. Oh, Junhao's going to get solo killed. Junhao's solo killed.
Oh yeah, ZDZ. That's my brush.
He can literally just stand here and take the entire turret. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yep. Kanik, Rookern, he'll have Soul Furnace in 3 seconds. This entire time, EDG are hitting the top tier when they're going to summon the Herald. Are they going to go mid with this play? Because I think there's a very real explanation that we could look for. No, never mind. We're just going to take 3 plates off top lane. Okay. And they get the teleport. Damn, this is such a good play here for EDG. And it's not like maybe, just maybe, if Ryan gets his Muramana in the next 5 minutes, that's something, but...
Weaver's Wall play. Leave gets away from the seismic shove, though. Disgusting amount of damage you can trade back, but those slippery stones made it so he was going to get stunned no matter what dash he used, and that's what's able to get a pretty good kill back lane because it's definitely scary for Haru going forward. The innate burst that Akali can bring to the table. Also the Hex, the Hextech Gunblade being back in the game. That it's kind of a ridiculous amount of AP damage that you just fire out randomly if you need a little bit of extra burst. At least Keshi's getting some plates back, but again, it's just such a problem that he will never... Not good for the team that's relying on those 2 tools to not only peel, but engage for them. And yeah, guys, that's not your red buff. Those aren't your golems anymore, Junhao. I'm so sorry to have to tell you this.
Oh, we're using the Weaver's Wall. He was trying to look for something onto Angel. Cool. I mean, the rocks are down. Yeah, this is not meaningful in any way right now. EDG just have such a lock iron grip on this game. Okay, Keshi's just going to force the issue.
Okay. Oh, good flash away from Decimating Smash. Need to work. Gets him some decent healing. TP help has to come through here. Can Keshi finally break this mold? ZDZ's going to go down. All right, Keshi. I think Angel can catch him, though. Chases down to Shroud. Yep, and there's the Hextech bolt to the face, and Angel finds the trade, but had the TP to even find that, so win for Keshi.
That's a huge win, and now Thunder Talk's laners can hopefully hit on some turrets right now. Haru's on the bottom side. He's going to try to take this bot lane tier 1. Ryan is not able to get any damage, and look at this contest. Feather can't be here.
Oh, flash after. Killer Instinct going to come through for leave. Yep. There's the pick
That's
play.
Baron.
That should be Baron.
That is the EDG that I have come to know, love, and hate here in the LPL in the last year and a half.
No, things are going well when you don't even need to smite home.
Any kind of Pop Blossom next to him. So, great job from Perugia. Yeah, I've loved to. We as a broadcast have really loved watching this player grow.
Oh my God! All that's for Perugia, by the way. It's for the Nico support. Do they even find this trade kill? I mean, yeah, okay, they got rid of Perugia, but you lose out on a Junhao and use so many resources to make that pick onto the support. And who has the inside track towards the mid lane? It's EDG. Crystalline Overgrowth, mid tier 1 turret down. Blasco audaciously throwing Keshi in the wave, the minion wave. Still a win for EDG.
Dusk and Dawn, yeah. That's fine. It's fine. We're in the Twilight Zone. You know, there's an inability for us to get to that point anyway. So
that was a good one.
So third dragon for EDG. That's Soul Point. They've played a lot of their games from behind, not just this roster, but also last year and the year before. So I don't think they need any more experience.
You can always learn.
Yes, but you have one of the things with Group Perseverance and Nirvana is that there are just way less games, right?
Way less.
Like that was why when we saw FPX,
you know, make some noise in the playoffs up against a Group Ascent team. All right, we have to hold that thought. Angel was not expecting Junhao to be sticking around this long. Zanya's the cease and desist. Gonna flash out of the seismic shove. He's doing everything he can to prolong this fight. Can he go 1-for-1 with the burst? Not if he perfect executes away. Junhao's gonna flash. The Vault Breaker doesn't land. Oh, Angel might have a chance to find this kill. Remember, he's stalling so well, the EG are getting a lot more on the map here. So this taking this long does innately hurt Thunder Talk in the immediate, that being a mid lane.
Mid lane, and we still have so much. Whether this Gwen was going to be useful this game. You are 3 items. The same can be said for all of the carries on Thunder Talk. This has to be when it kind of clicks.
Okay, flash away from the stop onslaught. He gets over towards the GA.
Look at the healing!
That needlework do a disgusting amount of damage. See how he gets his GA pop. He's still healing through a lot of it. Leaf goes down about half HP. Gets hit by that tidal wave. Seismic shove onto 2. Perugia looks to re-engage. Pop Blossom falters. Thunder Talk go 1-for-1, and Junhao's feeling a bit brash. He wants to go forward now. See how much damage they can do to the tank CDZ. Flashes away for another good seismic shove coming out from Haru. The chase continues. Junhao leading the way. Cease and desist is back up. Leave off to the side, looking for an angle to come back in with his GA. Angel goes back in for the back line. Feather gets deleted. Angel goes right after Ryan. Ryan gets deleted. And TT overextend themselves, trying to make the desperate play to save this game, but instead, they end the game. Ace over to EDG to polish off a dominating response to a flat game one.
And the needlework there, giving him a little bit more, just isn't quite enough at this point. Teleport comes in, it is Keshi, he does have ultimate. They're very low here.
Okay, leave. Oh, good little killer instincts. GA's gone. Oh my God, here comes CDC. Bouncy house. Keshi, I like the look, buddy, but GA did.
Yeah, that's our team fight. Let's finish this game out. Let's kind of muscle our way through this one. They get to see them do this again. I don't know. Like, they're so far ahead. Leave has been having a massive lead the whole game.
Yeah, it almost feels a bit foreign how Poised Leave is playing on it. Really fed Kaisa. I'm with you. We're up 10K gold with Soul. We can throw ourselves into Thunder Talk, and I don't think we really lose here. ZDZ, hey, he subscribes to this idea. Maybe a little bit too much. That's a really good Weaver's Wall from Haru. And that's a free pick on a ZDZ.
I guess. Sure.
Slows down the Baron push, right? At the very least.
Yeah, I mean, they still have the Chemtech Soul. They have vision of this. They just use the redemption from Nami, so they know this is going down. Half HP here. There's a Perugia engage potentially coming on through, but everybody's teleporting for this play. This could be a huge turning point in the game or the final point.
All right, there's the tidal wave. Junhao, can you steal it? Cease and desist. And Baron's very, very low. 50-50 at some point. See how secures it. Okay, Ryan's on top of Leave. Leave deletes Ryan. All right, there, boom goes the Dynamite. EDG, respect the poise. This game goes on as long as they need to finally force TT out of their comfort zone, and they wipe down the fight that we all expected. We're going the distance here with perseverance as Heru wins the, that's like checkers right there. We got a King Heru. He went over Angel's checker.
Yeah, they were doing the like instant transmission thing where you keep teleporting behind each other. They use the wall. Yeah, that's just it. We'll just watch Heru die right underneath his Nexus turret. EDG are sending us to Game 3. It took us an extra 36 minutes to do so, but hey, at this point, a win's a win, as I keep saying.
And a dominating one at that. Not much more to break down there because EDG gave us all the time to talk about how many ways they were ahead. So now that you get a look at all the comps in their totality, it's going to be lethality, Varus, right? I don't think there's much of an angle for anything else. Dangerous skin optimization. We now see that both junglers have completed one more sweep through the clears on the top side. Perukia looking for a nice little Zenith Blade engage, gets the cleanse out of Ryan. Both junglers are, you know, begrudgingly looking to fight here over this top scuttle. Angel does have that ghost advantage, gets this guy on the weak stun. Unleashed power immediately thrown fully out, but gets poked really low. Heru's going to flash for first blood. Junhao gets away from Xiaohao. Oh my god, the longest realm warp you've ever seen in your life. Please get the Rib Prism. All right, Heru, come on. Can't go through the unbreakable wall. Xiaohao, is very lucky to be alive. Heru hit every single skill he could to nearly find himself a double kill. It's still Thunder Talk on the board first, though.
20 HP there.
Trapped under the turret. We don't see where exactly Feather is. Dragon, that's something that we're used to talking about in Season 15 last year. 25. Oh, hello, Solar Flare. Oh, the Ghost doesn't get hit. Oh, the stun. Good little find there from Perukia. And the Unleashed Power gets the kill home. Guys,
all right, never mind. It's not 10:45. Maybe it's 11:15.
Okay, we're going for Heru. Nice little stun. Scatter the weak. Angel finds the pick. The stun lock comes down thanks to a nice time.
He had flash the entire time, and he had Merc Treads, so it wasn't like he was getting CC'd for the entire duration of that play. He had many opportunities to use the flash, opted not to, so very little reprieve. I mean, unless they make something happen around ZDZ, this is a huge win.
I mean, I'm still waiting. Junhao, yeah, we got to see that first paranoia. Flash comes out here from ZZ to try to clear some distance. The Fierce Storm going to come through. Grand Starfall behind. Angel's here as well. All right, don't know if they'll be able to get Junhao, but they're definitely going to make it a top laner for top laner trade. Oh, maybe they will. Perukia is going to force the flash. Junhao, luckily, has a blast cone nearby. Solar Flare, Perukia might be looking. In a game with a Cassante, you know, Rise, Nautilus, you got to go Blackfire Torch.
I'll tell you right now, this champion with ability haste is broken, so you just need the Blackfire Torch. And
you know what's broken with ultimate ability haste? Poise. That Edward Gaming are bringing to this matchup that we kind of were missing in our first match of the night. Heru
there we go. There we go.
Prisms. Junhao turn the lights out. Angel gonna go down. Again, it's the Grand Starfall turn with Perukia nearby, but this time TT get their kill without having to get near the EDG turret and way before the reinforcements come across. Still, Xiaohao's gonna section off Heru. Does not have the realm warp. He is as good as dead, and this time with Leave here, they can make sure the gold goes to the right place on the trade back, but TT on the map, feeling a bit better on the mid lane side at least.
Yeah, Ryan gets to hit up this wave, no Q3. If Keshi lands that might have been ZDZ going down. Great trade coming in for Edward Gaming.
Very fun to see two teams opt into playing the map with their comps, and I feel like that's a really good test to see which teams are in better spots. Oh, Leave. Well, improvement plan. It was not followed there.
Keshi gets alone time on the start. I think more so it's going to be him taking his recall, moving in. Dragon going over to TT is not all that bad. So
even on Dragons, we're going to even up the turret count here with Heru taking the bot tier 1 side turret. Here's the play though for Xiaohao and the rest of EDG. They are going to bring good old Shelly out to throw herself at that tier 2 turret, but it's just gold plates. Leave though on the mid lane. That's good. Again. Part of the reason that the pace of this game is slowed down is you have to remember, first dragon of the game came off the board at 11:30 on the clock. So we are just now getting to third Drake with Baron already on the map. It's making things a lot more slower pace. We are not immediately having to fight over some big soul-altering dragon yet.
I think TT are just going to give up this dragon, play for position over mid. They're putting all 5 members into this right now. EDG are already on this. Let's just take the mid-tier 1. Maybe we can go for a little bit more. I mean, we have 3 grubs. Why not? Angel cannot walk back into this until Perukia gets here. This just might be the whole turret, and they can realm warp themselves out of this play. ZDZ is still split pushing and does not have Mega Gnar anywhere near close.
Xiao has to use a rare defensive Grand Starfall to cover the turret. Wonder how much work ZDZ.
Well, they got clapped in this one, and it's nowhere near close to this. You have to start thinking that maybe that comes to haunt some of these players.
On to Junhao. Instead, it's Feather that gets jumped on. Flash still gets the stun from the Pantheon. Solar Flare stun over top. Xiao is dead. Heru is flanked. He's looking for leave. There's the Nightmare re-engage coming across, but Angel gets thrown into the wall. Ryan executes the Syndra. Junhao's going to flash himself out. Re-engage all out from Kelshi. Gets on to leave, and a flashing, piercing arrow from Ryan stabs the heart of EDG's damage control center. And now the rest of the squad is scattered to the wayside. TT looking for a chase. I don't know if they get any speed ups, but Heru does have an inside track. Has to be wary of his health bar. Perukia might just look for this turn. Gets the slow from ZDZ. Heru, can he get a Rune Prism down? Piercing arrow, Perukia dies to the Arcade Comet. That means 3 big kills for TT. They win our first big fight of our do or die game 3.
ZDZ gets no value there. And look, TT on side lanes. Now we need to see them kind of make it true, happen around these objectives. A dragon win over to EDG, and right now it is going to be Junhao who evens it out at 2 apiece for both teams.
Oh, Heru's looking. Realm Warp. Fake out. Not going to actually go for it. Good, wise decision. Could have gotten blown up. Junhao is sprinting upriver. Angel Ghost that Tia found on this very Baron. Heru is on a mission. You can cue the Mission Impossible music behind this guy the way he is looking for the flank. Finally spotted. Light's going to go out. Heru gets jumped out by Xiao, but nobody else can kind of engage because the lights get taken away. They still find Feather. Keshi goes into the meat and bones of EDG. Heru has to go into the stasis, and Xiao goes after him. Junhao executed by a big unleashed power. Angel's trying to do the heavy lifting here, as now finally EDG have found a fight on their standards, and they have mopped the floor with TT, who desperately looked for a pick that was never really there.
That might just be game. I mean, 40 seconds left. It's Feather, and it's going to be Keshi who can defend this base. You have a Sivir. EDG might have just won this off of a single team fight here in game 3.
Nobody's near Cloud Soul. Baron got, a little bit of a rebel rouser going on.
Oh, EDG back onto the Baron. Flash available here for Leave. Flash available for Ryan 3, and this Baron's almost done.
We got to get in. We got to ult now. We got to get towards the pit. Lights are going to go out. I don't think they can steal it. Nope, too late. It's secured.
Oh, no!
The gets canceled, though. TT can't get out thanks to their trusted Rise. All out. Wheel pulls Xiao away from the fight, but ZZ has already claimed Feather. TT are just trying to run away with this Baron, but Angel's looking for the chase. Skylar the Weak finds one, but Keshi's going to protect Angel from chasing down any of these kills. Keshi is the sacrifice as he eats an absolute power for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Thunder Talk get our first Baron of the game, and they should get out with 3 members holding the purple banner.
Oh, ZDZ was trying to squeeze one more death. Can he find Heru? So, EDG still have a huge lead, 6,000 here. Trying to see if they can get some crystalline overgrowth. It might be Keshi who's dead.
Oh my god, I mean, yeah, let's test how beefy that health bar is. Angel and Leaf can certainly get it done. Yeah, wow, that was way too easy with that execute from the Unleashed Power. Angel once again doing the heavy lifting. No Realm Warp to safety, just brings a couple of minions alongside TT, and despite them having the Baron push, they are the ones that secede territory. And finally, 33 minutes in for a team like Thunder Talk, a roster like Thunder Talk.
PG are just so slow. They are not a team that usually makes a ton of super expressive plays. I think Keshi knows. Oh, no.
CDC got that Mega Gnar so fast, Keshi. Oh, that Cassante health bar is not going to matter, friend. You tried for the teleport gambit, and instead, a very untimely death for Keshi. 35 minutes in, that death timer is a full fat minute.
30 seconds, though, before Baron, and look at where Heru is. He's in the top lane right now. He's pushing. EDG, they will at least try to take down this turret, but because this structure exists, I don't know how much further they can really go to get this wave in. I mean, you have Sivir who's sitting in mid lane, but she can't be by herself because Junhao could just ult. You could also have Heru end up following. How much further can EDG take this advantage? It's still a 30-second death timer here for Keshi, and he doesn't have TP, so as long as they're rushing and getting the other side of the map, Perukia
That is a very deep find to nothing. That is one of the problem points EDG have had. Perukia looking for an engagement on his team,
Angel!
but Angel's going to be here to rescue with a 3-man stun. Sending ZZ in the backline with a Narbar, but Junhao gets himself out. Feather is fine. They turn the lights out and ruin that engagement. Leave is on the front line, throwing heads with Heroin winning. Oh my God, Leave wants this series over on his own, running straight at TT with no fear in his heart. It's a 5 versus 3 now. Keshi respawns to see 2 of his members fallen, and EDG, unlike their last base push, they're looking to end it here.
Yeah, the wave is gone though. They don't have any minions. They have a wave now crushing from mid and bottom lane. Leave might have just won this game.
Angel's stuns are going to bring it home as well. Down goes Feather. Keshi flings himself into the waiting arms of Leave to finally take down the one person that tried to end their series. And he may have fallen, but he falls as a statue for EDG's victorious march forward. It took a whole lot of patience and way longer than I think Edward Gaming fans wanted, but they are back to 500 and have swept both series against them.
Can be explosive. We're probably going to be seeing a Grasp of the Undying here for Bin, as that's going to be something that you kind of use to survive the early laning phase. But
stands the assignment of this matchup, right? If I wanna stake my claim to the LPL, this is the guy to beat. And Hogq will solo kill Knight.
Great play. Now we're going for a dive on top side. I think this is so fake. We have no damage.
Okay, hops down for Xiaosu. When is he gonna flash? Perfect time there. Bin goes for the slice, and nice Shun takes up turret. Xiaosu's gonna make it a 1-for-1, and Bin take an extra turret shot. He doesn't have flash. Junja is gonna flash at him, roll a boulder on in. The chase down is there. Junja makes it 2. Now they're going to throw theirs out for now, but JDG, the Realm War play, they're looking to overload. The minion wave's cut down, though, so they're already taking aggro.
Oh my God!
Vampire's going to cleanse, flash himself away by as much time as he can. Junja will fall to the turret. On flashes himself out to safety. Vampire picks up the kill. Now Knight has showed up. The golden left hand looking to punish JDG's transgressions, and a great scout of the week should set up Shun for the kill. They're going to give it over to Vampire. The turret will help it out. Excuse me, Knight grabbing that one, and a good little response there for BL. Fine with this because he will have first access to these grubs as they spawn. So they're up in near side.
They don't have vision. They don't have vision, and Rise is coming. They're going to dive again on this wave.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Vampire's immediately getting away from the turret. He's going to transcend, dash away from Junja. Arcaroon going to get the slow. Hook from On to throw. Junja over the turret. They knock him out of the dark passage. And here comes Knight once again. There's the death sentence thrown down. Moonlight Vigil going to hit. 2-man stun from Knight. And he's going to find the kill. Gala through all of that. Thanks to the green gun passive. On goes down, but again, BLG, I think they do a pretty good job covering for a dive onto Billy Gaming. Have played this full court press style, dominating all lanes, looking for all these dives, and opting to play that same style, but
good.
I mean, the original founders of it are for a reason Billy Gaming, as they make that easy kill.
Viper versus Gala. Viper joined EDG in 2021. I might have to hold this as we look for a top lane dive.
Oh, we'll get back to those big time matchups for sure, because we've got a big bad dive coming across. Junja trying to knock Bin out of his slice and dice. Really well done. He takes up the full turret, does get himself out. Silence come across to Junja as the unleashed power into the stun from the Syndra. Gets Viper the Arc of Ruin kill. BLG go for a big top lane dive, but everything comes with a cost. All of Vampire. All because you did such good history. Going back and
playoffs, Gala beats Viper in the lower finals and goes on to win the entirety of playoffs. They then go on as RNG to win MSI 2021. That summer playoff, Gala and this team lose to an lead over enemy AD carry and is close to finishing his IE. Look at the splash damage.
On. He doesn't need the hook. He's going to flash silence. Gala, he can't get the lantern. Great find for BLG. Gala is caught and sent back packing.
Man, look at the spell book. Punish this guy on repeat. It's exactly what BLG will look for.
And that for On is exactly with that needlessly large rod. Maybe this will be a Shadow Flame instead of that, cosmic drive path we see a lot of Syndras take. Oh, wide from On. Shelly out on the Rift. Scatter the weak just to make sure nobody can try and contest this Shelly crack into the turret. And not really much of a plate left here, so more gold to BLG, but most importantly, a lot of this map on the top side wide.
Maybe they try to make a play on Knight before they rotate down to the bottom side. There's no vision here.
Oh, Realm warping in. Flying Oyster Boys going after
No!
Knights. And he will have to burn that oh-so-coveted boarding Malphite, not having that ultimate available. Also just too slow off the reset. 2-item Yunara with a Renekton gets rid of that dragon easily.
This team, every single time for the past 3 years when we've looked at this lineup, it has been big wins after big wins, snowballing games time and time again. Now, Knight, no flash.
All right, Unstoppable Force, Vampire Hook. They've locked Knight down. They don't need their damage dealers. Junja pop his Ghost. Key Summoner to get out of the Rise.
Just posturing from both teams. It might look a little strange. Vampire's doing a lot of work. I think Vampire's
Yep,
dead,
Mundo
actually.
Gaming. Jun's just walking down who's ever in front of him. Junja tries to go after Viper and Knight on the backside. Huge stuns. Hongyu trades out Knight, but Viper gets himself out of safety. Xiaoshu with the big shield shows up for the TP. Xun with the maximum dosage is not to be trifled with. Good little response there from Junja to save a Mundo walkdown.
Very slow game. So if Mundo can scale, that's awesome. But I just think the ability to make plays like this.
They've caught on. He'll have to sacrifice himself, just throwing down the Blitzcrank ult at the last point. Viper hasn't transcended. Knight's coming on over, and Vampire will make sure nobody gets clipped by a Scatter of the Weak, because at this point for Knight, could mean a very easy kill onto a Squishy with that Shadow Flame completed.
Hongyu is cut off. He's going to have to Realm Warp into this side of the fight if he wants to go for it. Viper might just take him up on that trade. Knight as well stopping him. Bin with a flank.
In. Oh, that's a very angry Croc. JDG have no ideas in that pit. Junja, you have a bad surprise coming for you. They're going after
Gala!
Bin gets the stun. Gala is caught and cut down. Hongyu throws himself into the frame, but soon takes away the dragon. JDG are spiraling to find these kills, but they at least get one back onto Vampire. Bin forward onto Xiaoshu, has not gone into Mega.
Oh my!
Huge from Vampire gets Knight though, and now all the damage is out of BLG's comp. So it's the front line that has to get it done, and Xun is just gonna casually walk him down in his business casual attire to cut down some of these other kills. Slow after slow, knock up, no hook, but Xiaoshu, the turret won't protect him, and he's got a long walk away from Xun, who can eat all the CC he wants. Xiaoshu's death warrant has been written, and it's Bin that will finally collect it under the tier 2 turret. It's a delayed ace for Billy Gaming.
And the
it's gonna be Gala that spots it out. They're not disturbed
they can contest.
Here.
Yeah, Xiaoshu has no teleport yet. He's not even alive at this point. He has to still build Meganar. This might just be a one-way trip for Junja.
All right, come on. Make your mark here. Steal your first Baron in the LPL, Junja. Unstoppable Force over the wall. He goes in, he steals it right from under BLG. And now Xiaoshu can TP in. He doesn't have Meganar. We knew Junja was getting a one-way trip, even if the Inferno Moonlight Vigil comes down. But what a one-way ticket for Junja.
It breaks your heart. Sometimes it brings you elation. But either way, it is just exciting. Baron here for 3 members. Still,
whoa, on. And now Junja's going to be able to throw himself right into Xun and on.
We're in slow motion here on Huya.
Knock up ever. Xun's walking at Gala, and Gala's out just like that. Nobody died, guys.
Thought he was gonna get enough experience from killing the ward there. Vampire looks for a hook, but who does he hook in this game? He has to land it onto Knight or onto Viper. Maybe if the passive is off for Xun. Junja's in the pit by himself.
In the same brush. He's in the same brush. Is he gonna pop Dominus now? Oh my god, JG, we can't fall for the same thing again, right?
Oh,
where is Bin?
Look at Xiaoshu. Oh, they know!
Oh, yeah, there he goes. Bin's going after Gala. It's deja vu. But this time, Gala gets kited back. He has enough stuns. He's safe. Bin goes into the redemption. Junja on the front line. His teleport goes like Knight. Looks for a flash play on a Gala, but falls flat. And the Gnar ultimate hits onto 2 into the Moonlight Vigil. Down goes Bin. Viper desperately trying to kite back as the front lines are starting to crumble. And Xun goes down next. BLG tried the same exact dragon play, and this time it doesn't work out. JDG fight win, Ocean Soul point.
Wow, and even with a biffed start to that fight, JDG still come out the victors in that one. I mean, I thought Bin was going to find the stun again, but yeah, Viper's not getting in. Knight tries to flash to find something, gets nothing.
Oh no.
And now,
no, not
Viper gets caught.
Picked off.
I can't wait to see if BLG win this game, can't wait to see the Sheep Esports headline. Viper with an incredible 3-3-3 performance on Yunara. Tower goes down and BLG, they're starting to lose
off
this
of
one.
Viper and still get that kill. That is monumental.
it is the mid jungle. A lot of players that I thought this duo were not exactly performing to expectation, but in this game with the Rise and the Malphite, Junja and Hongkyu are in perfect sync here in this game.
Xiaosu, I mean, this Syndra hits like a truck on anybody. On's gonna hook a minion, and then Vampire gets a hook onto him. Junja, I don't know what that unstoppable force was. But it's not gonna cost him. Scout of the week onto 2. My God, it chunks Hongkyu down to half. Vampire's down to half. Knight is hitting like a freight train. And JDG are scattered to the wind, backing away from BLG's tier 2 turrets. How far do Billy Gaming want to chase this, though? Shun is that Mundo. He's just gonna heal up. He has no fear when he has the maximum dosage. Oh, another hook goes wide. Hongkyu gets away from it. Dark Passage get Gala out. Vampire gonna pop the spell shield from Shun with the Dark Passage. He's down to about half HP, but BLG are content. Yep.
This is just Baron here. Like, JDG do not have timers to recall. Xiaoshu is gonna have to TP back into this fight, but he will not have Mega Gnar here.
Realm Warp, it's fake. Nobody's coming in. Junja has Unstoppable Force again. He's already stolen one Baron. Is he gonna go for it again? No, this time, Knight gets the stun down. Junja still wants to look for Unstoppable Force, but you can't hold any of these frontline members. He has to find Vampire, he has to find Knight. Shun pops back some doses, straight hook from On. He's dead. Tower deletes Junja. Knight looking for the turn alongside Viper's Transcendent. Xiaosu trying to stack up the Mega Gnar bar as Ben gets very, very low. Nice full range Dark Death Sentence from Vampire. Ben goes down. BLG trade jungle for top laner, but a purple banner onto 4.
Great vision denial from BLG. Pushing mid, but it's equalizing now. They're pushing on this bottom lane wave, but all this does is get minions onto the other side of the map.
Very valuable time clearing out bot river vision, because Shun went far up mid lane. Should be able to get, I don't know if he's going to get his CC shield back. He's wary of going for it. Shun is susceptible to crowd control. It's a big first step to get rid of this Mundo. Shun, though, level 16, maximum dosage, high health bars. He wants a 50-50. Gala has to flash away from an on-hook. That's a huge summoner to get down. Junja already stolen a Baron, and this time it's Knight to secure the Ocean Drake. No Ocean Soul. Ben goes after Gala. This time, can he find that kill? No. GA gets popped, but Hongkyu's getting turned on here. BLG looking for the chase down. Unleashed power gets him down to half. Shun over the wall. Just gonna walk him down. Business suit, but oh man, the Realm Warp gets Hongkyu out.
One trip to try to find Gala, and then this escape is just magic on the. Oh my God, On's dead.
On's dead, and Knight nearly goes down as well. On's gonna flash. Hold on, Blast Cone. Oh, the Death Sentence doesn't find its grip.
Either these teams have great Baron turn damage. Now, JDG are allowed to sneak this. They do have Realm Warp, so if somehow, some way they just find a pick or someone moves too forward,
it's On! Scout of the Week though clips Gala on the back end. He does have to burn that QSS, but On is dead. Picked off. Nice find for Junja. Man advantage for JDG, and they're turning their sights towards the Baron. They have a neat little window where they can burn this down before Dragon comes up.
And they can Realm Warp out, and Junja's, look at his ultimate! It's already halfway back up, he just used it! And there's still a Mikhail's there's still a Mikhail's here from Viper, or Vampire, sorry, onto Gala. Can Ben sneak in?
Is he gonna walk in and steal it? You get Junja back, Death Sentence down, the box, maximum dosage. Shun is trying to heal through all of Gala's damage. He's doing a good job.
Look at Ben
off to the backside flank, but Hongkyu picks off Viper all the way halfway across the screen. Knight is gonna find the trade kill into Hongkyu. Unstoppable Force falls flat. Knight is definitely trying to kite back as Shun's health bar is unwavering. Gala is chasing him around, but Xiaosu clips down Knight, and finally Gala gets through the Mundo. JDG ace, JDG game 1 win.
Oh, they're trying to use the bot lane wave. This is a good ultimate from On, but it's just not enough. Just having so many cleanses available to them, JDG completely outplaying that team fight. Hongkyu getting right into the back line. That's just it. Death timers are way too long. You called it right there, Slayer. JDG are going to open this up with first blood in the series.
We talk about BLG starting one of their most dominant runs in the LPL in years. They've only dropped 2 games coming into this matchup. Well, they've nearly doubled that count thanks to the new look JD Gaming. First edge goes their way in our series.
Yeah, I just think that the wall is such a broken ability. We won't have time to talk about it in this game because it's just not here, but
yeah.
All right, BLG, they have a composition that is already beating me up. All right, cool, we're not doing anything here. Shun's here first, no vision. I think Xiaoshu's just dead.
Yep, should just be fully dead. Goes into the brush. Okay, a little speed up for Shun. Throw the stun down. Tip of the spear, Shun on the board. This is how BLG look a lot more comfortable when he doesn't power farm and he gets out on the map first. Season 16. Junja looking for a play on a Knight with the Spirit Rush. Honkyu's going to try and land the Charm. Knight flashes early. Charm lands. Junja's just going to flash to get on top of him. Nice little look as the new look Jingdong Gaming mid-jungle duo fly on in for that kill. Tangle Barb from Vampire onto On. Gets poked down low. Nothing much there. Nice little response to the top lane gate for BLG.
Oh, Vampire almost has it onto On. On will survive for now.
One of the worst night games we've seen this year. I know it's a pretty high bar.
The Azir game was pretty bad, I'll be honest.
Okay, all right.
And he gets it. He gets level 6.
Okay, so he's going to pop Aggressive Guard here immediately when he comes out of the stun. All right, but a seismic shove there from Knight gets him right into Viper's range. Piercing Arrow comes across, Honky flash charm. Knight still has no flash. Honky gets the first kill. Shun looking for the trade as Vampire flashes out. Follow for Shun. Spirit goes down. Second kill found here, and nobody is getting close enough to Honky for him to find these Qs. So BLG win out on the skirmish by 1 kill.
They get a kill, but I think this is massive still for JDG. Like, you got the scuttle. Junja. So, as Hongq especially, you're going to have a very big magnifying glass placed on you, whether fairly or not, to perform well.
See how he can perform in this next skirmish. On's going to flash, Chains of Corruption, beautifully layered Grand Starfall, but a charm from Hongq gets Shun immediately out of that Grand Starfall before you get the stun down. Double seismic shove comes for Knight. Junja takes the portal out. Vampire's fine. Hongq's trying to hold down the front line as he now takes the portal through. Gets the charm onto On. Has one more Spirit Rush charge. No stun's going to land. So many low health bars once again. BLG looking to try and capitalize. Spear's going to go wide. Vampire's bringing the wave up. Knight going to herald in some rocks. Try and find some poke damage. Gala going to spell shield. Nothing. No stun comes across. And with the wave cut down, this 4-on-4 fizzles out.
Oh, nothing else happens. Basic ability. I mean, I think BLG can make whatever play they want. They're the one that have onus. I know we've been talking a lot about Hongq and JDG's advantage, but you do have both the Grand Starfall and the Weaver's Wall. So it is very easy for BLG to just make plays happen.
Oh, Vampire Pop Blossom. He has Knight. When becomes Lightning, in goes Junja, gets stunned up. Crescent Guard's going to block down a lot of Vampire's damage. It's only Shun that can have to try to find this trade kill, unless they wait for it to drop. Flash out of Junja. Viper, big piercing arrow. Clips Vampire. Oh. The clone is used against Vampire, and Jun flashes to get the kill, but Hongq comes in from the side, finds the first kill onto Viper, goes through the portal to try and find the reset, but the stun from On into the seismic shove makes it a trade. Hongq takes one down with him, doing all the heavy lifting for Jingdong Gaming right now.
Look at where the gold ends up dropping, though. Gala, who are JDG, you're having to wait a really long time as Ahri is coming all the way from the river. And you're asking, Viper can just throw down spells. Good damage here from Hongq.
BLG, Knight, On, and Viper are all rocking like wintry skins. I love this, by the way.
Oh my god, Junja, please!
How does he steal it from a Pantheon? Usually those always secure. Oh, Gala's getting jumped on. Gala's completely cut out here. Vampire's going to find that kill, so Junja grabbing that steal is massive.
Yeah, but I think it sets them a little bit too far behind. Obviously, BLG would have loved to have grabbed that, but the fact that it is, you just have this entire bottom lane looking for something onto Hongq, maybe just get him low so he has to TP into the next play.
Safety of his turret. Oh, you're predicting it. They're going under the turret for the dive here. Hongq, one Spirit Rush, but he gets caught by the stun into the seismic shove. That's the combo. BLG drafted this mid-jungle duo for Hongq. No chance. At the 20-minute mark. Mainly, Viper, these cheaper lethality items. Shun capitalizing on that Black Cleaver. His Tempered Fate from On. Gala's caught. Stunned against the wall. Chains of Corruption. The cleanse. The ghost comes out. Junja jumps on Viper. They thought they had an easy kill onto Gala, but again, he outplays a pick play with a blinking health bar. Turns it for JDG.
Wow, I thought the timing was going to be good. I mean, you had perfect ability to know when he was going to have his spell shield, when he was going to have his ability to go or cleanse, gets out of that one, and now it's Herald being started. Knight is a teleport for this play, and this is still a numbers advantage here for BLG.
All right, well, not until they TP in their last remaining member. It's Hongq here. BLG are split on two fronts right now. Soul Lane's on one side, Bitch trying to cut that down. Bring the Weaver's Wall in. They've got Junja, Crescent Guard. He does get the eye, but he will die for it. Herald at a price for the JDG jungler.
I thought that was very adorable because Jinja obviously gets the smite, or sorry, it was Honkyu who got the Rift Herald, but Knight did not have to seismic shove him into the eye. He could have let him not catch that one.
Oh,
Vampire!
Two-man Pop Blossom on the Knight, gets a Tango Bar, but where's the damage? Xiaosu cannot get on the Knight, and now Vampire's just dead. Too audacious of a look, and it could cost more. Oh, the seismic shove cancels. Xiaosu has to probably execute to all of the team. Onivia here for the cleanup, though. They go 1 for 1. Top laner for mid laner. Still, JDG on the back foot off of Vampire's overextension.
How much more can he find? I mean, he has Flash right now. Could look for like a Flash engage. Wait a minute,
Shun that wants the Flash engage thanks to the Vampire Knight alley-oop.
Well, and this is basically the game at this point.
Definitely the game if we come back to live and
Yep.
Vampire's dead again.
Okay, we're going to game 3, ladies and gentlemen. It's a 9-game day.
All right, this is a insurmountable lead. No sugarcoating it. Herald dropped to mid lane by Junja. They're trying to fight for the second dragon of the game. Can Junja steal another one? That's really the only option he's got in front of himself. But Tempered Fate is going to grab his mid laner and he has to flash out of a well-placed seismic shove from Knight. Spirit Rush out for Honkyu. It's 2 more charges. JG looking for a turn, but not going to help when Honkyu's charm goes wide. 0 playmaking left here for Jindong Gaming, and they don't even get the mid-tier 1.
BLG are sitting in a spot where they get that dragon. They already have a gold lead. And now
for JDG is how dark this topside river is becoming. Gala, you cannot step. Risky, risky. Oh, Junja's in the brush here, too. Press guard pop. Vampire can't do any damage. Pop Blossom down. Jun does not have the GA up yet. Great Tempered Fate from On. Will buy some time, but Shun's dead right in front of Baron. Oh my god, Xiaosu. This is really far forward. I guess he just takes up enough of the damage. Junja, Exhaust has come out from On. He also uses the Mikhails to get rid of the slow. What can JDG get off knocking off the BLG jungler?
Oh, wait a minute. They get just barely enough vision there. So this isn't Baron. This might be a mid-tier 1 if they really force for it. It's not going to be the case. Turrets here as JDG. I like the movements. BLG's gold lead is starting to subside now. This is some of that macro that we had a little bit of questions about. With no third dragon in their hands, BLG are nowhere near potentially getting a soul. That's a big win here for JDG.
Dash abilities.
And another turret goes down. I mean, they're going to use Grand Starfall in the Weaver's Wall.
Yep. Xiaosu gets over the Weaver's Wall on the right side. Ooh, Xiaosu's going to whiff. Nice trying to hold on to the seismic shove. Ooh, does get the catch thanks to the slippery stones. Flash from Xiaosu. Shun really wants to chase this one down. He's going to flash for it. Gets the stun. Xiaosu, million dashes. Are they going to be able to save him this time? Nope. Stones thrown on the back of his head finally knock him out and send him to a gray screen. There's that global threat on the map again for BLG.
This is the pick that they needed. No turret falling over for JDG and push in bottom lane. All they can do with this Sivir is just sit in mid lane, clear out these minion waves. But now it turns into potential more here.
Junja, Crescent Guard out to block Knight's damage. He flashes away from Shun. And Honk, you have to Spirit Rush away from Knight as well. Man, the heavy lifting Shun and Knight are doing right now for BLG.
They are saving the side lanes right now for BLG and giving them life here in this one. Remember, it was JDG who took a very strong game. Oh,
no, Vampire. Double Pop Blossom. They didn't get the stun of Honkyu towards the wall. He still has to flash away from Shun. Tempered Fate is only going to claim the Xin Zhao as Viper ends up taking a turret shot. Shun needs 2 of them as well. Really good that he can still hang on to that GA because that's what's helping him do so much heavy lifting.
I don't know about that, Slayer.
25% HP. Good trade again from Shun.
But I love the cycling here from JDG. One member takes a recall, the rest of them will stay, and they will push out on the map. Doesn't matter. Gala's going to stay. He does have red buff, so the health regen is fine. It's whether or not, I love this, let him auto-attack. Oh my god, we forced the flash out from Knight.
And Vampire, as a minion, is coming after Shun, but he gets tossed in the air again by Knight. Shun has a GA. It's buying him so much extra space. Will it finally pop it? Yes. Honkyu is going after Viper, and he finds the clutch kill. Shun comes back up and immediately goes back down.
Wait a minute!
Into the background. Honkyu nearly finds Knight, who goes golden. Can Gala step up to find these kills? Yes! The bouncing blades get it done. Ben has to use the Soul Furnace to get himself out, but JDG might have finally scaled into game 2.
Oh my god. Dragon will go over to them. It is now 2 apiece for both of these teams. Again, as we are here in game number 2. But a massive fight. We'll take a look back.
What was the ending play in game 1? Hongq, realm warping onto Viper alone. Could we see? We just saw that again in game 2. Oh my god, Junja. Flashed after on. Gets himself through the portal. It's a flash down. But look at Sivir finally step up. Bin's health bar is getting eradicated. June's gonna stun on Hongq. Great stasis. Xiaoshu into the backline. Finds everybody. And the Pop Blossom is stopped by a great tempered fate. Everyone comes back alive, but Gala is ripping, roaring, and ready to punish all of BLG. 3 kills instantly. Shun to be chased out. Can JDG just look for the win? The sweep over the undefeated Billy Gaming right now.
They don't have a minion wave. There's another one spawning here. I don't know why On is teleporting 5 feet in front of his minions, but another wave is coming soon. I'm looking at death timers. 30 seconds before Viper is up. And with all of these minions now pouring in, JDG must have 2-0'd.
They gotta go for it now. If you go for the king, aim for the head. They're taking down the Nexus turrets with ease. Gala can delete these so simply. Odds gone. It's finally happened. BLG's undefeated split 1 ends with a JDG 2-0.
No 5-0 for